I also want to move over to back to our screen here because I want to show you some of the other things that people are talking about. And I want to give some shout outs because I want to give Cindy a big shout out. She sent this picture in overnight saying, singing on Sunday. This is Cindy right here. Gotta get to Jesus for special music at First Baptist Jerseyville. Do you know that song? I bet Anthony knows that. Just saying. And then also I want to give a shout out to Terry M. She says, I was today years old when I found News 5 on Tubi. Day made.
Wow.
How cool is that? So yes, you can find us on 5 Plus, and yes, you can find us on Tubi. Also want to tell you about the other stories that are trending this morning. These are the top stories on KSDK.com. This is a very interesting story of a Lyft driver being robbed at gunpoint, but he actually pulled behind a police car that was already doing a traffic stop on the side of the road. So this is kind of a safety, reminder of how you can get help if you're ever in a situation like that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for that Lyft driver. Also, the story that we just brought you, maybe 10 minutes ago about CAIR advising permanent residents to remain in the U.S. to avoid a travel re-entry issue. I think that is if you want more depth to that conversation, this is a great story to read as well. And then this is one of our Mike Bush Making a Difference stories. It is one of our top stories right now. God must have been watching over me. A woman who lost 93 family members in the Holocaust now is preserving their legacy. And let me just scroll this up. So yeah, at the Feldman Holocaust Museum, the museum is giving voices to people like 93-year-old Rachel Miller, who understands what happened during the Holocaust, is a survivor, and then also is teaching a new generation with her story. And let me just tell you why that's important, because there are stories after stories of this young generation, the latest kids, not knowing that the Holocaust even existed.
Oh, wow.
So we're getting to that point where people don't remember those times, or believe that it existed. AI certainly doesn't help in kind of the challenging journalism market that we're in. But I will say, just want to throw out, Georgia Hunter is an author. She is this wonderful author. She created the book, We Are the Lucky Ones. And it was because she found out that her family survived the Holocaust. So she wrote this beautiful story that became a big seller on Hulu. It was an immediate success. She's coming to St. Louis on Wednesday because she has a brand new book called called One Good Thing.
Wow.
And we're gonna actually hear from her tomorrow. But whether you're talking about this CAIR situation or the Holocaust, people having to show their paperwork. Remember we were talking about the passport card?
Look at this.
Without looking at my information. This is the passport card that I just got.
That's a passport card?
Yes, and so sorry, I'm just gonna put it back here so you don't see my information.
Yeah, your hair looks so great in this picture.
They tell you not to smile. But basically, the federal judge and the immigration attorney I know, just as moms, were like, carry this with you at all times.
Wow.
So are we in it's a bigger conversation for another day, but this idea of making sure that we understand our history so that we keep things from happening in the present day and the future. The Holocaust is such a reminder. 6 million Jews were lost, so I just feel like, how timely. All these conversations are timely.
Heartbreaking if people are forgetting about the Holocaust. I mean, that is unbelievable.
A whole generation of kids.
And what a huge, one of the most tragic times we've ever had. But if you're forgetting that, you're doomed to repeat it, right? We have to remember that stuff. And I know how you are about history, everything.
Well, yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.